Askreddit asks, what's the worst lesson someone could learn from a Disney movie?
From Aladdin. I thought melons could easily be cracked open over my knee. Some tears and a very bruised knee later. I found that this was not, in fact, a real thing. Edit. Holy smokes, this blew up. Thank you for the gold and silver, strangers! Exclamation mark.
This is the most specific and the most tragic.
One or both parents need to die before kids can realize their full potential.
I'm just gonna sit around all day, parent dies, well fuck. I'd better learn how to save the entire world fast.
At least some of them just had to sacrifice a grandma. And some of them thankfully make it through with both parents alive and well.
You can tell someone is a villain by their facial hair edit. Spelling.
Well, there is that one style of mustache.
I mean, can you actually trust someone with a goatee? I think not.
If you are pure of heart, you can approach wild animals. Unless you want 20 needles in the stomach, don't do this.
Does somebody need a hug?
Technically these days they do rabies shots in the arm muscles. So not as terrible, but still, pass. Edit. According to several Redditors, you also get shots in the location of where you were bitten and commonly your thighs and sometimes your ass.
It's okay to have 101 Dalmatians in your yard. I could never get over the thought of that couple just drowning in the Mount Everest of dog crap that must be in their yard. A Dalmatian plantation.
That glass shoes are cool. Who the fuck wears glass shoes? Question mark. Somebody who wants a severed Achilles tendon the first time they go dancing. That's who.
Apparently in the original story, she wore fur slippers, and at some point in translation the word was switched to glass. Which makes no sense, but it stuck. Edit. This is wrong. I've believed a myth for years. URL redacted, fact check glass slippers.
They didn't have a word for jelly shoes. Edit. Wow. Upvotes and all for me. Thanks! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark.
That the world is divided into absolute good and absolute evil. So many of our problems, as humans, come from our inability to relate to people from other cultures or different political viewpoints.
If only it were all so simple. If only there were evil people somewhere insidiously committing evil deeds. And it were necessary only to separate them from the rest of us and destroy them. But the line dividing good and evil cuts through the heart of every human being. And who is willing to destroy a piece of his own heart? Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
Hereditary monarchies are the only morally justifiable system of government.
You're the what? King? Well, I didn't vote for you.
To paraphrase China Miéville, the problem is not that an evil woman became the queen, but that your system of government allows evil queens and kings to even take over in the first place.
Listen, supreme executive power derives from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony.
If you see a chick sleeping, just go right up to her and start kissing. Edit. Whoa, thanks for my first silver. While not a healthy moral. In Sleeping Beauty, they were already dating, which in medieval times is pretty much already marriage material, and he was point blank told that that was the only way to get her to wake up from her eternal sleep.
Isn't that the toned down version? The original version of the tale, she gets raped, no?
If you don't have a dress for the ball at the castle, just go and sulk in a room full of rodents.
Those rodents got some mad sewing skills though. As a little girl I sang and my damn lazy pets never once helped sweep the floors. Freeloaders.
Only the female ones though. Leave the sewing to the women.
That great things happen to kids when their parents die.
Terrible, but great.
Just keep dreaming and wishing. It will come true. I like that Princess and the Frog took that idea and added the concept of working toward your wishes, dreams too.
That if you want to learn English, all you have to do is listen to the colors of the wind. Edit. Paint. Lol.
Oi, you listen with your heart to learn English. Not the colors of the wind. You paint with the colors of the wind. And sing with all the voices of the mountains. Source. I watched that movie way too many times because it has the best music.
Don't be ugly.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Cries in Hunchback.
That's not a terrible lesson to learn. Just not a happy one.
Falling in love at first sight with the first possible suitor. At least Frozen poked fun at.
Enchanted did it first. It poked fun at it. But it didn't do a very good job. It was wrong for Anna to marry Hans, who she had known for 2 hours. But it was okay for Kristoff to try and save her with true love's kiss after knowing her for 0.20 hours. What a difference. I know that in the end it was Anna's love for Elsa that did the trick. But I always found that part funny.
Bad people are ugly. Good people look beautiful. Counterpoint. Quasimodo. Also, I think Gaston is supposed to be handsome.
Pay closer attention. It's effeminate men are bad and generally masculine or overweight women are evil. Gaston and Brave are exceptions.
No. 1. Hip thrusts like Gaston.
A man you've never even talked to, only admired from afar, is worth selling your soul to the devil for. No, Ariel. No.
Ariel already wanted to live on land long before she ever saw Eric. She sang Part of Your World, about all the things of human life that fascinated her. Not about Eric at all. I'm 100% sure she'd have made the deal even if she'd never seen him. Edit. Irk. She hasn't even seen Eric when she first sings the song. Has she?
To expect the general public to burst into song at any moment.
I'm 35 and still learning to live with my disappointment over this one.
That's why I love Enchanted. The crowd in Central Park know the words and sing along to Princess Amy Adams' song, and Mac Dreamy walks along baffled saying, I've never heard this song before.
Then you need to be the one starting the song.
The Lion King. You can take someone's job if you throw them off a cliff.
I mean, Scar was technically in line for the throne. Mufasa is dead and Simba, Mufasa's only heir, was nowhere to be found. Crown then just falls to Scar.
That everything works out in the end. And that the world is a just place. Kind people don't always succeed and cruel people don't always get punished. That's most movies and even stories. TBH.
Reminds me of Picard's line in TNG. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness, that is life.
Stepmoms are evil. Marriage is hard, especially when one party already has a child with someone else. Cut some slack. Edit. Yay Reddit Silver! Exclamation mark. I have read the responses. And I guess I was blessed to have a wonderful stepmom. She's basically a second mum to me and I'm glad to have her in my life. Non-evil stepmoms rule.
Everyone in a castle has a different shoe size.
If you read previous editions of Cinderella, there is a reason for this. She was locked away in a dungeon by her stepmom with a bunch of rats who ate her toes off. So her shoe size was WAAAY smaller than everyone else in the realm.
In the realm, Prince Moron sent his butler to search for any random girl whose feet fit in that shoe.
No, there is no such thing as princesses. No, you can't grow up to be a princess. Oh god damn it, Meghan Markle. Edit. Woo shiny silver. See, internet strangers are friendly.
Medieval Europe disagrees.
In Peter Pan, Wendy seemed like a perfectly capable and intelligent person, yet when she and the Lost Boys were being held captive on Captain Hook's ship, she only chastised them for losing faith that Peter would come and save them. Girl, you're right there. How about you get off your ass and do something? Also, she said nothing about when the mermaids were only trying to drown her, and Peter laughed. I woulda knocked the pixie dust out his ass.
Stay with an abusive arsehole long enough and he'll eventually stop being a monster. Beauty and the Beast.
The real lesson of this movie is at the beginning. The witch cursed everyone for something one person did. The lesson being is that collective punishment is real and will happen to you if you associate with the wrong people by chance. All those servants in the castle were cursed for having a job and associating with the beast. It wasn't their fault, but were cursed, and the only way to lift the curse was to hope that an asshole fell in love.
If you meet a fat dude who is claiming he's a demigod in the middle of an island in the middle of the goddamn sea, at least 50% of the time you're gonna get fucking killed.
I mean, if you specifically went out looking for him and the sentient ocean brought you to him, you can probably hedge your bets.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day you amazing people.